I grew up in a really small town in Australia, and I loved art and I loved music, and I think a part of me always wanted to do it. A part of me was always like, I love music, and but I never thought of it as a career. And so I think looking back for me, it was that point where I told my parents, I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna try acting. That it was a moment where I said out loud, like, I'm gonna do this. So that was, I guess for me, that was kind of the secret that I kept from myself and from everyone else.
Nick, do you have something in mind?
I think I snuck out of the house a couple times. Didn't tell anybody about that. I think it'll always be a big deal personally. I mean, I think it's just a huge moment in someone's life to have to sort of, announce yourself in a way that a lot of your peers don't. I think the film touches on that a little bit, and like, why is straight the default? But I think it's always going to be a big deal personally, but just culturally, I feel like it's becoming less and less of an issue. And I think films like this are part of the reason, is that people are seeing representation that maybe they hadn't before, and it's leveling the playing field a little bit.
I agree.
I mean, well, like you said, I'm not an expert, and I've never had to go through that experience. I think that I think it's difficult. I think it takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to openly announce yourself to the world, and hopefully it's something that the more people understand, it won't have to be such a big thing, because it does vary from person to person and also country to country and where you live. But I think my advice would be that it's always best to be yourself, and if your friends are true friends, then they will accept you and love you for who you are. And if you feel isolated in your community, know that there are so many other people and communities in the world who will accept you with their arms wide open.
I think I had a Tinder account as a joke, like in high school. I didn't really use it.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's an interesting time right now. You're able to kind of connect with people faster and more efficiently than ever before, but I feel like a lot of the connections are kind of hollow. So you're trying to find love in a digital world.
Fall in love with an image and a description is very hard. Yeah.
Would you go there yourself? No.
I also, like Nick, I had a Tinder account when I was like for a little bit, but I never used it too seriously. I think also when you work, I've noticed, like, now working as an actor, it's also tricky because you move around a lot, but B, it's I don't know, it's tricky to find people and know whether they like you for you.